Hello EFD squad and welcome back to the UCL review with me and Patrick Van Straten, where we have a dirty game for you dirty dogs. It is Liverpool against Roma. By Jove, did I enjoy this, Patrick Van Straten.
Well, yeah, I don't think anybody expected so many goals, but Liverpool absolutely battered Roma 5-2 in front of a very excited Anfield crowd. They've now got an unbeaten record against Roma in the Champions League, which stretches to 4 games. Do you want to know the first time they met?
1983.
1983-84 was Roma's first campaign in the European Cup. They got all the way to the final, which was held at their own stadium, the Stadio Olimpico, and they lost 1-0 to Liverpool.
To Suez boys.
Fun fact. Bang. Anyway, prior to this game, Liverpool had scored a competition-high 33 goals. Roma hadn't kept an away clean sheet in 26 games, so perhaps the scoreline is not a huge surprise. Mo Salah had scored in his last 4 home games in the Champions League, and of course he opened proceedings. As soon as he got the ball on the edge of the area, you knew where it was going, right in the top corner. Alisson, no chance. That's his 9th Champions League goal of the season in just 10
And he tried
starts.
that 5 minutes before, hadn't he?
He had,
and
he
managed to
hadn't got
parry
it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought, you feel sorry for Alisson, but my God, Liverpool were amazing in the attack, and they needed to be, because actually in the first few minutes, I thought they were kind of on the back foot. De Rossi, Kolarov, Nainggolan were getting on the ball, and Edin Dzeko was just absolutely hammering the centre-backs, holding it up, great touch, creating a couple of chances. Kevin Strootman had a shot from range. Obviously, Kolarov had his shot tipped onto the bar, a little bit fortunately by Karius.
Absolute crisp packet hands.
It was unbelievable stuff. But anyway, they managed to get a second goal before half-time when, on the counter-attack, Firmino managed to put Salah through, who chipped it over the keeper. Prior to the game, Firmino and Salah, that duo, had been involved in 10 Champions League goals. They're 2 out of the 3 players to manage that feat this season. Absolutely unbelievable.
No prizes for guessing who else is in that.
My guess is Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yes.
Wow. Anyway, it was kind of weird. I thought that Liverpool, I know you're going to talk about their tactics in a little bit, but it kind of came out from a long ball from Virgil van Dijk. Obviously, his distribution out the back has been really helpful in launching those fast counter-attacks. Salah scored his 42nd goal of the season from that breakaway. Only Reds legend Ian Rush has managed more for the club in a single campaign, with 47 back in 83-84 when they won the European Cup. Will Salah break his record? That's what we want to know from you. Vote in the poll just up there, Salah or Rush. Anyway, by the end of the night, Salah and Firmino had brought the total of goals they've combined for in the Champions League to 6. That's double that of any other partnership in the competition at present. Unbelievable stuff. They were irresistible on the night.
Anfield, raucous, weather, tempestuous. Salah's curls had become ringlets in the weather, mate.
Mate, what's going on?
It enraged him.
He's bought a thesaurus.
But yes, word of the day, toilet paper. With regards to that Van Dijk punt, I actually think that was part of Liverpool's game plan, because they attempted 77 long balls in the night.
Allardyce-esque.
13 more than a desperate Roma. Obviously, with Eusebio Di Francesco choosing to go 3 at the back, it doesn't take a genius to work out, if we pump the ball forward, at some point the pace of our front 3 will catch them out, because they're not immobile, but they're big old units, aren't they? Fazio,
No, Manolas and Jesus are quite fast, but you looked at Fazio chasing Mane, and I thought, something's wrong here.
Yeah, and it wasn't long before Sadio Mane actually got in on the party as well, following 2 terrible misses, sliding home his 8th goal in 9 Champions League starts.
It's just silly, isn't it? It's just silly.
These front 3 it's just FIFA numbers. It's also the first time the Senegalese striker has scored in 3 consecutive home games, so he's finding a bit of consistency at the end of this season. And even more impressively, get this, it's the 8th competitive fixture in which Liverpool's front 3 have all registered a goal in the same 90.
Right.
Mental.
Right.
I mean, it's little wonder they have 122 goals across all competitions. And it's following this goal, you think Roma are going to change shape, don't you? You think, okay, he's bought Cenk Underoff, or they bought Shikon, like for like.
Yeah, that was weird.
But you think he's going to bring a defender on. I think he eventually bought the guy they bought, the French guy, Gonalons. They bought him on eventually, and it looked like they were going to try and shore up, but they didn't. They stuck to their guns, and thank God they did, because the end of the game was just as exciting as the middle. Yes, and shortly after, serial assist merchant Firmino got in on the act with a 12-minute brace, meaning he's now scored 10 UCL goals in his first 11 UCL games.
Right.
The only person to replicate such devastating form is Adriano, the Emperor, in his pomp at Inter. Prior to this, he'd only played Europa League football, where he scored 1 goal in 11 appearances. So, improved since then.
Yeah.
But he finished the night, get these numbers, Pato, on 5 shots, which was a game high, 5 key passes, which was a game high, 4 dribbles, only bettered by Kolarov, of course.
The beast.
2 aerial duels won, and he put in 1 more tackle than Jimmy Milner on 3.
Pretty good for him. I mean, it's a good time to have your best game of the season, isn't it, in a Champions League semi-final? Yeah, like you say, Roma's 3 at the back was a real problem for them, and it was only right towards the end that they moved into their customary 4-3-3, right? And at that point, it kind of started to work, maybe partially because Liverpool had taken their foot off the gas, but we know that they can also be a little bit suspect at the back. And Roma got 2 goals in the final couple of minutes to give themselves a tiny bit of hope. There was a howling Gini Wijnaldum miss, and that might have lifted them a little bit. Edin Dzeko scored his 7th of the campaign when Dejan Lovren mistimed his jump for a little ball clipped over the top. Dzeko chested it down and got the goal, which, to be honest, his performance probably deserved.
Lovely touch off the chest.
Oh, it's amazing stuff. I mean, like, he has still been really good. He's scored in 4 consecutive games. He's the first Roma player to do so. And he's been involved in 6 of Roma's last 8 away goals. So he does come up big in the clutch. It's just that on the night, the rest of his team didn't really.
Talking of clutch, one man, James Milner.
James Milner.
The official best creator in a single UCL campaign now, having broke the record shared by Rooney and Neymar for most assists in a single UCL campaign. It was 8 prior, scored from a corner last night, didn't they? He's now got 9 this season.
All right.
What a guy! What a performance as well. I thought him and Henderson were very industrious. But yeah, he also gave away a penalty.
A little bit unluckily.
I thought that was very harsh. I mean, the ball is travelling, his arm's still like in a bit of a triangle.
Yeah.
Do you remember Mr. Triangle from Mr. Men? One of them ones.
Was he called Mr. Triangle? Was he not like Mr. Rush or something? He was fast as Ian Rush.
Ian Rush.
Ian Rush. Can we talk about the penalty though?
I think you can talk about Mr. Men. Yeah. What, Diego Price?
It's absolutely outrageous.
Yeah,
it's unbelievable.
Akin to Ronaldo's against Juventus.
But he's clipped it. He hasn't even hit it hard.
Yeah.
He's just like clipped it into the top corner.
Random stat. That was his 10th successful penalty for Roma. We're going to go ahead with this.
Got choked up a little bit.
Right, he's got the worst tattoo in football.
Yeah,
from 12 attempts, so pretty good from the penalty spot, isn't he? And this late flurry ensured that Roma not totally out the game and not totally embarrassed on the shot count either, because there was one point in the game where Liverpool had gone 15 minutes, generating 9 shots to no reply. Which is not good.
Not what you like to see.
Doesn't bode well, does it? But no, I think they finished on 21 attempts, Liverpool to Roma's 14. A lot of them created in the last 10, like I said.
Yeah, I think I looked at it when it was 5-0 up.
Yeah.
And when it was 5-0 up, Liverpool had 20 shots and Roma had 4.
Yeah.
By the end of the
ridiculous.
game, Roma had another 10 and Liverpool had only 1 more.
Yeah, and Dzeko was actually a little bit unfortunate with one that kind of nestled on top of the goal because they looked the more confident side in the last 5 by for sure. But it's actually pretty weird ending to the game, as in both teams kind of went home happy. Eusebio Di Francesco was
annoyed.
Absolutely ecstatic at that first goal, wasn't he? Looking like, you know, Stuart Little in his huge glasses. Actually, props to Zach for that joke. He cracked that this morning. Can't believe I've stolen a Z Money original. But yeah, can Roma do another comeback? Do a madness? Let us know in the poll just above.
No.
Now, let's see how the rest of the internet reacted.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
So, semi-final numero 1 done, Patrick van Straten. We're going to be back tomorrow. Are you psyched? What do you think the score is going to be? Real Madrid versus Bayern Munich. I think it's in Bavaria.
Ooh, Bayern will win. 3-1.
Ooh, brave shout, but...
Don't care, going out drinking tonight, not going to watch it.
Against Heinkes.
I think that, well, Klopp aside, I think he's the best manager left in.
Ooh.
Ooh, and he beat Klopp before, 2013.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty sensible when you kind of reflect on it. What do you think, guys? Let us know in the comments below. We'll be back tomorrow. See you then. Bye.
Bye.